They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Wentz. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd down at 4. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working from the gun, Wentz. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Gain on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was that he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's a wide
body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson flushed out right. That is incomplete.
On the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
The tackle by
certainly a nice job there getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted by the Eagles.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Mike, hurry on, hurry on.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
17 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Second down and 3. Off the option, that's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's complete to Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 36 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies.
And this is caught at the 20.
You gonna like this?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Three touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
11 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 11. Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Intended
quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's got Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Jackson. And some room to roam now. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Jackson
on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Tackled back.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
Jackson.
They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. So on fourth down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Ball carrier.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Down. Third and less than a yard.
Now Wentz on third down. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete.
That third down conversion good for 23.
23 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jihad Ward able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Sanders toss left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Sanders.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further.
27.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Bills on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First and goal.
That goes for a gain of 31. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards.